little girl is only 11 years old. Her name is Maria Ioudenitch, and she's performing one of the great violin concertos in the classical literature. She has all the poise and polish of a mature professional. But for her, music is not an end, it's a process, part of the soundtrack of her life, one more part of how she grows up, and how she starts her day.
Usually when I wake up, the first thing I hear is my alarm going off, and I really don't like that because in the winters it's really dark outside, so it's really hard to get up. But the only thing that makes me get up is my cats actually, and they usually come up to me and purr and get inside the sheets, and like sometimes it's really annoying, but I have to get up to pet them and cuddle them. Then just after I do that, I go and brush my teeth, of course.
We want Maria to have a normal childhood, and she has her pets, her cats. She loves to read books. She has her own world in her room, things and toys, and she loves to, she adores school and her friends. She just can't imagine not to go there, even if she's sick. So just, I'm really careful about that.
Now it's off to school. It's early, and Mom bustles her into the car through the morning light to Barstow School, where a day full of friends, books, and adventures await.
I love going to school. I like playing billiards with my friends if they know how to play. In school, I like to do math, I like to do PE, and basically all the subjects.
She's very busy, and the busier she is, the more happy her life. So she gets up, having a little breakfast, I'm driving her to school, and that's the happiest moment in her life, I think.
Practice sessions with her teacher are at the Youth Conservatory of Music at Park University in Parkville, Missouri. Mom is here to accompany, while violinist Ben Sayevich looks on, listening, guiding, teaching.
In all intents and purposes, she's totally normal. She goes to school, she likes games, she is a very good billiard player. And in the same token, also she's very passionate about music and the violin. And I think that combination probably, sometimes it goes one against the other, so sometimes I have to, and her parents have to balance to get her more disciplined, to get her more seriously involved in music. But I think on the other hand, I think it will probably, the time will do its own progression.
I remember myself as a kid, and I started actually much later than our daughter, and I'm not regretting, but I wish I could start earlier, actually, yes, because I'm just comparing what is she now and what she understands now, actually in her life, and in the social life also, and the relationship between people, and understanding of everything, emotions, name it. She's much more advanced.
It develops curiosity. And also, since we're dealing with time and rhythmic elements constantly, meter changes and so on, I think it also develops very good math skills. And very often kids who learn music, how to read music on a high level, complex music, they usually are much more apt in math classes, in sciences.
As a promising young pianist, Stanislav Ioudenitch left Russia and came to America with his wife and little Maria. He was a Van Cliburn Gold medalist in 2001, and since both parents are musicians, it was only natural they would give the gift of music to their daughter, even before she was born.
When I was pregnant, she was very active, and to calm her down, I usually was putting the recording of Glenn Gould playing Bach, And she was immediately reacting, stopping and listening. And then when she was born, when she was not happy or crying or something, I always put some music, and she immediately reacting by having peaceful mood and falling asleep.
And
Yeah.
since that time, she likes Bach very much, actually.
yes.
I remember later hearing, so many times in the car when we would put some music, maybe not the classical music, she would ask to change,
Yeah.
and you would go through the channels in the radio, and finally some Bach. And she said, no, here, stop here. And it wasn't just a little kid, just asking from the behind.
Yeah, it's
It was
very
fun.
natural
I
for
was
her.
very much surprised.
At day's end, there's relaxing at home, with friends, and of course with music which flows in and out of the evening, a normal part of the activities of this family. But always the music, always. And so we end where we began, at the concert hall at Park University. Maria is finishing her performance of the Bruch Violin Concerto. It's a triumph, not just for her accomplishments as a musician, and not just for the entertainment she can bring to her listeners, but most importantly, it's a triumph because of the wonderful things music has brought to her life. Variety, color, physical coordination, maturity, living skills. And that's something for which we all can applaud.